Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to go over the Dimensional Arena Session 2 for the Season 14. So for the starters we have a shared hero that is Tsuki, which is going to be a concern if enemies have rolled Eve or Eve, Emily, Gaia or any other strong Mystifier, but it's mostly a struggle if they roll one of these three or even those three, because those three will additionally help their lineup with Tsuki. Getting free Tsuki is pretty amazing, so we're ourselves going to go for the Mystifier counters such as the Scepter or the Arthur hero, or we're also going to build our own Mystifiers if possible, because we already do have a Talos here for free. We also got Audrey, which is a nice free hero that can fill in the synergies quite easily, and we have Narisa, which is one of the stronger heroes in Dimensional Arena, because we only truly need one more scaling hero alongside her, which can be either Fenrir, Isis, or basically any other hero. As for the relics, we have some nice relics, which is Sarcophagus and the boat, but the blades we're not going to use because they're only really good at 9 stars or other 8 stars, and the Night Surge is pretty good at 5 stars. So let's start our card selection. In the round 1 group 1 we have Behemoth, which is a nice hero, especially with Ophelia, so two good heroes already on the menu. Lysandra, which I don't really like, but she could be useful in Dimensional Arena, I believe, with her Holy Shield steal from the Epic Runes, but we would also have to pair her with someone like Astrid or Behemoth, which we do have right here. Katrina is a solid filler, especially for protectors and with Venus, but we don't have Venus right now, so she's only a iffy pick and a nice boost to the already two strong heroes and one potentially strong hero. Group 2 is already better because it has Victoria and Dahlia. Dahlia is not that good, but Victoria on her own, although I don't think Dahlia on her own is better than these two heroes, but maybe if Ophelia was someone slightly better, then I would definitely go with the group 1 over just pure Victoria. But since it's not, it's Behemoth and Ophelia, I think Dahlia or the Victoria is a better pick. Group 3 is a solid pick with the Bahamut and the Leviathan and Eudora even, but I'm not sure really which group to pick. I think Behemoth is the strongest out of the three, but Victoria has the most flexibility, and we have Dahlia for our Phantom with Narisa team. So overall, all three groups are really good. I do like Behemoth a lot, but I'm going to go with Victoria because it's the most flexible one out of the bunch. Starting off group 1 in the round 2 we have Lucifer, so this is a pretty no-brainer pick. Lucifer with Dullahan for our Mystifiers and Karnak for our Protector or Ethereals in the future. Already a far strong pick. And then we have HP boosters, both Bahamut and Ra are amazing, but nobody can really pair up with Lucifer. And then in group 3 we have a pretty terrible hero, so no, not really going to even consider the group 3. So we're going to go safely and pick our group 1 with Lucifer and Dullahan. As for the relics, we have Lance, which is a nice relic. The feminine scales are pretty good, but we don't have anyone that can charm enemies, so not that good. And then we have Spear, which is a solid relic, but the only good relic here is truly the Lance. Then we have the banner, which I don't really like because I do want to pick my own banner, so I'm not going to take this. And then we have group 3, which is also not that good, but the torch is good. I might have to end up picking group 2 then and pick my own chest, I guess. So actually I will just go with group 1 and pick my own. Actually I have to pick my own planner gate then. So this is not all that terrible, assuming I pick my own planner gate. Yeah, I will go with group 2 and pick my own planner gate. Group 1 in round 4 is amazing. We have Yingzheng to boost our Narisa. We have Tiamat for either Phantoms with the Narisa or for the Mystifiers. Pretty amazing. Katrin as well for the Mystifiers. Helios not really good and I won't be using him. Group 2 is even better. We have Hela and the Babylon, so really tough choice. We don't really have a lot of monarchs on the team to fit with Babylon issues, but this group is really solid with Tiamat, Catherine and Yingzheng. It's really tempting me and I would just pick my own Hela. but the issue is I could have all 3 Fate heroes and just pick another hero for the teams that I will be building. So I think group 2 is going to be the one. And group 3 is really solid, but nothing really comes close to Hela, although I really do love group 1. So we're going to choose the group 2. In the group 1 we have Arcdina, which is amazing for our Avenger Phantoms or just Phantoms in general. Ophelia, which is a nice pick but not really usable with the heroes we have. She could convert the HP of the Hela, but it's not really something we're looking forward. We need someone to boost our ethereal. Someone like Arkin or Bella would be really ideal in here. We have group 2, which is okay, we're going to be the group 2. Definitely it's Eve and Astrid, so our Mystifiers will be really strong, especially with Lucifer in them. And group 3 is not that good. We're definitely going to go with group 2. And for the last relics, I really do like this section, it's amazing, but let's see what others offers we have. So we have Cauldron as well, that's really amazing. Planar Gate is with all of the terrible relics, that's good, we would never pick this. All of these 3 relics are pretty horrible. So it's either between Cauldron and these relics or between group 1, and I really do like Cauldron, so I'm going with the group 2. And now I'm going to go and build the teams, and I will then show you later the thought process behind it. So here are the teams that I have decided to make. First team is going to be Mystifier Monarchs with Lucifer. The reason why you want Lucifer with Mystifiers instead of anyone else is because Mystifiers benefit the most from the Lucifer ultimate ability that she grants at 8 stars. So all of these Mystifiers are going to be casting ultimates instantaneously. They won't do basic attacks, and the more ultimates means more additional corrodes applied, and that further means more additional corrodes over the time given. So that's why we're going to go with Lucifer in the Mystifiers. Our main DPS is obviously going to be Eve with Lucifer. Lucifer is going to be the main tank because of the stats that she steals for herself. And then we have Dullahan, Ashrid and Tsuki in the background. 3 monarchs, so our team doesn't get one shot, and for the relics we're using the 3 Mystifier relics because with Eve you really do want this passive for the Mystifiers because she procs it insane amounts of times. Then on top of that we have Cauldron, which is from after the 100 relic energy proc, so that means our Cauldron will instantly proc and give our team immortality for the first round. On top of that, if we need to heal up, we have the leech rate from the Knight's Edge. So that's for the team 1. For the team 2, I have made 5 Phantoms, 3 Avengers. I'm using Anubia just to fill in this synergy. It was either her or I picked my own Primordial Arctina between Behemoth, and I decided to go Behemoth, which I will talk about later. So I decided to use Anubia that I got for free because I don't really have any other Phantom hero that is possibly usable in this case. That's why we have Hela and Dahlia in the front position, so those two can swap together and buff each other up, while Narissa will be a solid secondary carry in the background, Persephone for the heals, fortitude and perhaps stun onto the enemy team, and then we have Anubia, which is solid because we do have her epic runes, which gives 50% chance to apply the plague to the enemy team. So this team has a plenty of CC on top of the Dahlia swapping and boosting, and we have plenty of deaths from the 5 Phantoms, which will additionally prog Magatama. I also decided to use Planar Gate on this team to further enhance it. And for the last team, I am using 4 Monarchs for Dooms, which is the strongest team right now in my opinion, especially with Victoria and Behemoth combo. So Victoria will boost Behemoth so much in the first round that her initial ultimate usually ends up one-tapping all enemies. This is especially good with someone like Odin. Unfortunately, we do not have Odin. So in this case, Behemoth is my own selectable hero. I could have gone someone else, but I did not, so these are all of the options I could have gone instead of Venus, but I decided not to. I do want to really try with Behemoth, not Venus, but yeah, Behemoth. So unfortunately I didn't really lock in the ethereals, I didn't get them, but we did get plenty of good Mystifiers with Lucifer, and then Victoria with Behemoth should be enough. So these are 2 really strong teams, and then 1 really mid-tier team. But because of Hela and Narissa, this team should also be able to dish out some of the victories. The reason for the positioning is you want Babylon in the front line because enemy Babylon will stun all enemies in the back line. So if your Babylon is in the front line, that naturally gives you advantage of your Babylon stunning enemy Babylon, therefore you will have advantage of more actions. Same goes for the Lucifer. Lucifer steals enemy HP, which will make her far more tankier than any other member in the team, and even the front line is more safer than the backline because of all of the stuns possible in the backline. Same goes for Hela. Hela is position 1 because most enemies hit their basic attack to the position 1, therefore they will get stunned because of the Hela's Oath Force. So that's the reason. We also have Victoria, which has her really insane stats, but she's not really made to be tank. She's here in position 1 because I feel she's the safest in here, although we could swap her like this and Audrey could be our tank, but I'm not really going to do that. I could technically remove Lily and Lilia for another monarch such as Talos, but there's no reason to do that because we do kind of... Actually, I will remove them because although they do remove, or rather purify the debuffs after the healing happens, I believe at least, and has 7% to purify at only 2 debuffs. I don't think that's better than using Talos for the 4th Celestial, for example, but we could also use the Arabella because she will follow up a lot of actions from Babylon and she's quite strong with Victoria. So I will test around this team with other plenty monarchs that I have on my disposal, but I might also end up using Karnak for the heal, so I don't really know for now. But I will try and test it out. But ideally I do want to use the twins and then put Victoria as a Glorian instead. We don't really need the extra heals from the 4 relics synergy because we do have healing from the Babylon, and 3 monarchs will give us a CC immunity for 2 actions, so that's pretty good, and I do believe it will stay like this for me personally. So that was it for this Dimensional Arena session 2. Hopefully it does better than the previous session, although I did not do terrible. I got like top 16 or something, so fingers crossed I do better this time. And yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully you have learned something new, and see you in the next one.